Hi, I'm Stacey Shoemaker-Rowan, Editor-in-Chief of Hospitality Design Magazine, and welcome to our latest edition of HDTV here at the Ritz-Carlton NoMad. And I'm here with the lovely Dayssi of Flag Luxury Group.
I'm so delighted to have you.
All right, so we're in the lobby. What did you want to create? How did you want to welcome people off the street and kind of give them a sense of respite as they come in?
Absolutely. I mean, that's a great word. I love how you say that, because basically one of the inspirations that we had coming here is that we're on 28th Street, which is part of the flower district, just down the block. You see all the beautiful wholesale flower stores and then a couple of streets down. So a lot of these shops are going away, and we didn't want to be one of the parts of it going away. This wasn't flower shops, but it was a garage. So we decided that we were kind of putting in the flowers back in, and we created the beautiful garden outside. So as you're driving up, you're going to see this continuation of the flower district, and you come upon our hotel, and then that corridor where you walk in and it's all green. You already know in your mind, okay, this is my oasis.
You've done some previous Ritzes, so how is this 2.0 or the next evolution of the brand for you?
After building another 4 Ritz-Carltons, we had this opportunity to build one here in New York, and we felt that the location of NoMad was perfect for the Ritz-Carlton customer that is becoming younger, at least 10 years younger from when we first started building them over 20 years ago. So we felt that this was the time to even push the Ritz-Carlton a little further and create a luxury atmosphere that is contemporary, that is attractive to young people. But we also paired the brand Ritz-Carlton with Chef José Andrés, and basically feel like it's back to the future in terms of luxury, where you really have an incredible Michelin star chef delivering room service, events, meetings, and then these 3 great concepts that we have here. It was a new build hotel that we had the honor of working with Rafael Vignoli, who is an extraordinary architect, won numerous awards, and he really understood the assignment, because it can be very tricky to work with an iconic architect, but he really understood that this building had to be built from the inside out. It had to be built with the guest experience in mind.
And it's a really cool spot because you're next to Ace and NoMad and now the Virgin. I mean, it's really become such a vibrant area in terms of hotels and offerings. Yep.
And it's also a great place for people that want to visit Broadway, or they want accessibility to all the beautiful shopping, on Fifth Avenue, but they don't necessarily want to stay there for their whole stay. They want to be, near the Whitney Museum and meatpacking, and they want to go to Brooklyn. And, at the same time, they still want to enjoy some of our uptown great favorite things to do as well.
Right.
So this really brings you to the center where you can, walk to most places from here. And it's really exciting.
So should we go check out some of your restaurant venues?
We had visited Zaytinya in Washington, D.C. many years ago, fell in love with the food. My husband is Greek American. It's inspired by the Mediterranean. We always loved this concept. To have Chef José Andrés as our chef was obviously a huge boost to the energy that we wanted to create here. So being very familiar with that cuisine and that being one of our favorite restaurants, it just made sense. Then David Rockwell came in and brought in the inspiration of the Zaytinya design and decor that he does for all the Zaytinyas. So of course he had to be here for the flagship Zaytinya. And he created this incredible palette of Mediterranean blues. He's really bringing the ocean and those colors to this place.
Well, also your bar in the back is super special. So if they don't want to eat here, they can also grab a drink there. So should we go check out the lobby bar?
Absolutely,
Okay,
yes.
let's go.
Really felt that this bar had to flank the lobby so people could see it as a calling card almost, like, okay, I know where I'm going, later for cocktails and drinks. So what we really accomplished with Lázaro Rosa Violán was that he understood that from that point of view, this really had to work together and had to, be this, beautiful combination of what would happen. But then the idea for the bazaar is so different from what we want to accomplish, when people first walk in. So it's not meant to be like a quiet resting oasis. the restaurant is really meant to enliven the senses. It's meant to get you excited about the food and the experience that you're about to have. So then all of a sudden, Lazaro turns this, whole greenery into something altogether totally different, and brings in, sort of the sun and the moon, and it starts getting more exuberant. And when we get to Bazaar, you will see, and it'll be exciting. Chef José Andrés, for his, beloved Bazaar brand, he wanted to bring in some of the ideas and cuisine of a samurai, Sunenga, that visited Spain like 400 years ago and brought in his cuisine and style to the King of Spain at the time. So this is a combination of that. We've got this incredible, raw sushi bar, and it's not anything typical because nothing that Chef José Andrés does is typical. The layering is so important, right? Because, Bazaar is really about, places to congregate, mingling of everything, a mixture of so many things. And that's what this concept is. It's that mixture. So the design has to have that. So we've got these incredible curtains, and then layered on top of that, we have artwork and, the pillows and all of the different textures and inlaid wood and the inlaid mosaic designs. And then you'll have a backsplash that has, the beautiful ceramic, handmade tiles. So it's really special if you really look at all of the details here that Lazaro managed to create, and he really brought in that whole feeling that we wanted to evoke of the menu and of the experience.
Let's continue on. I know Jose also does both the room service and the meeting food, correct?
All of the events, yes.
So should
Can
we
you imagine
Oh my God,
having your own chef? You
No.
call up, I want room service.
That's right.
He's amazing. Welcome to the Liberty Suite.
It's gorgeous.
So when we were designing the rooms with Rafael Vignoli, he said, so often these rooms are made so that, you're focused on the interior, right? And everything's about how you orient the room, and it's always towards a TV or something like that. But given the fact that we face south and we have these unlimited views all the way down to see Freedom Tower, the entire skyline of downtown, the Statue of Liberty, we wanted to capitalize on that, and we actually made all our beds face out. Welcome to the Ritz-Carlton Suite.
This is amazing.
It is. This is our most luxurious suite in the hotel. It's over 2,000 square feet.
Wow.
Where you see the Empire State Building, and you have the entire downtown skyline at your feet.
Yeah, people probably check in and never want to leave.
It's quite special to have these kind of views. So many hotels in New York don't have them because they were built in Midtown where there are other buildings on top of them.
Yeah.
And so we have this unique location where we can enjoy this downtown skyline that isn't a normal view that you see, because we're normally in love with sort of that side view of the city.
True.
And then this gives you a whole different appreciation for the downtown skyline that in it of itself is very unique.
Yeah. My favorite experience of this hotel is the rooftop. Should we go check it out?
Absolutely.
Just when you thought the views weren't going to get any better.
I know. Somehow this is the pièce de résistance that Martin Brunitsky brought to life for us.
Right.
And it really is the cherry on the cake. When I first talked about, what I wanted to accomplish with this bar, with the Ritz-Carlton and with Chef José Andrés, it was really meant to be, this jewel, this incredible place where people can have elevated cocktails and yes, be sort of on a roof, even though it's air conditioned. Have a place where it's not, just jam-packed, crowded with kids, but a place where you can actually have an incredible cocktail, a great conversation, but it's also fun too.
Yep.
And when Rafael Vignoli designed, the box for this, he said, Dayssi, I'm creating that jewel in the sky for you. It's going to glow and it'll be magnificent. And Martin really took that to life because he made the bar glow. So we've got this incredible onyx that is underlit and the bar literally glows. We ended up with an incredible floor plan where there's no bad seat in the house. I mean, there's no bad table at all, which is really hard to do. But it's this nice long space that has, windows all around. And what was really important, we wanted this to become a classic.
What has been your secret to success?
Work hard,
Yeah.
Put in the hours, learn as much as you can, and never take no for an answer. Just fight for what you believe in is right and, try to get there.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for taking us around your beautiful property. It's so spectacular and it's such a treat to spend the day with you.
Thank you for coming to
Yes,
visit
yes.
and come back again.
I will.